Hello everyone. We are from Rajalakshmi Institute of Technology from Department Computer Science and Business System. I am Gopika and my teammate Anushri are here to explain about the effective strategies in monetary policy and fiscal policy. Have you ever wondered how your money keeps its value over time? Central banks have a big role in that. So let's dive into the topic analyzing the effective strategies in monetary policy and fiscal policy. So, what is monetary policy? Monetary policy is like a set of rules that a country's government uses to control how much money is in the economy. It's a bit like how your parents decide your allowance. If they give you more, you can buy more things and spend more. If they give you less, you have to save more and spend less. The government does the similar thing with the country's money. They can decide to put more money into the economy to help the economy buy more things and help the business grow. Or they might take some money out to keep the prices from getting too high. The goal is to keep everything balanced so that the economy stays healthy. So there are two types of monetary policy. One is expansionary and another one is contractionary monetary policy. So let's talk about them later in this video. Next is what are the goals of monetary policy. First one is maximum employment. When the economy slows down, you might have heard that the companies like Infosys, Accenture may lay off their employees to save money. This affects the goal maximum employment, which is one of the key targets of monetary policy. The central bank tries to keep as many people employed as possible. To counter job losses, the bank might lower the interest rate or take action to boost the economy. These measures encourage business to invest and hire more people, helping to reduce unemployment and support the economy. Second one is stable prices. Stable prices are important for a healthy economy. Prices can go up if the demand for good increases. On the other hand, the prices can go down if the supply decreases. The goal of the stable prices is to keep these changes balanced so that the prices don't rise or to fall too quickly. This balance is important because it prevents inflation or deflation, ensuring the economy remains steady. Lastly, interest rate. Interest rates are crucial in monetary policy. The central banks lowers interest rate to make borrowing cheaper, encouraging spending and investment, which can boost the economy and can create jobs. When inflation is a concern, central bank raises the interest rate to make borrowing more expensive, which slow down the spending and helps control prices increases. By adjusting interest rate, the central banks aims to keep the economy stable and balanced. So the next, let's look at the type of the monetary policy. First one is expansionary monetary policy. Expansionary monetary is when central banks take steps to boost the economy. It usually does this by lowering interest rate, which makes borrowing money cheaper. When borrowing is easier, people and business are more likely to spend and invest. This increased spending, it can create jobs and support economic growth. The goal of the expansionary monetary policy is to stimulate the economy, especially during the times of slow growth. Next one is contractionary monetary policy. It is when the central bank takes steps to slow down the economy. It usually does this by raising the interest rate, which makes borrowing money more expensive. When borrowing costs more, people and business tend to spend and invest less. This reduced spending can help control inflation by lowering demand for goods and services. The goal of contractionary monetary policy is to prevent the economy from overeating and to keep the inflation in check. Next, let's look at the significance of the monetary policy. Inflation and deflation. Inflation happens when prices go up, making money less valuable. Deflation is when prices go down, making money more valuable. Both affect how much people can buy and spend. Central banks manage these changes to keep the economy stable. Availability of supply of money and credit. This is about how much money and loans are available for spending. More money and easy loans can boost the economy but might cause inflation. Less money and hard to get loans can slow down the economy. Central banks adjust this to keep things balanced. Integrated interest rate structure. Interest rate determines how expensive it is to borrow money. A good interest rate structure keeps rates balanced across different types of inflation. Lower rates make borrowing cheaper, while higher rates help control inflation. Effective central banking. Central banking controls money supply and interest rate to keep the economy stable. Long term loans for industrial development. These are loans for big project and business to grow and create jobs. They help companies invest in new technology and expand. By providing long term money, these loans boost industrial growth and overall economy. Creation of financial institution. Banks and other financial institutions help people save money, invest, and get loans. They move money from those who save to those who need to borrow. Strong financial institutions support economic growth and stability. Now, my teammate Anushree will explain about the fiscal policy.
Fiscal policy. The word fisc means state treasure, and fiscal policy refers to the policy concerning the use of state treasure or the government finance to achieve the macroeconomic goals. The instruments of fiscal policy are budget, taxation, public expenditure, public debt. Budget. A budget is detailed plan of operation for some specific future period. Budget is presented by the Finance Minister of India. It is also as known as annual fiscal statement of the year. The total expenditure has accordingly been established at rupees 17 crores 77,477 in 2015 to 16. Taxation. There are two types of tax: direct tax and indirect tax. Direct tax means individual income tax and corporate tax. Indirect tax means central exercise, like a tax on manufactured goods. And then public expenditure. Public expenditure is spending made by the government of a country on collecting needs and wants such as pension, prevention, infrastructure, etc. Public expenditure is an important component of aggregate demand. Public expenditure include revenue expenditure and capital expenditure. And last, public debt. Public debt is defined as any money owned by a government agency. There are two borrowings in that: internal borrowings and external borrowings. Internal borrowing means borrowing from the public means of treasury bills and government bonds, borrowing from the central bank. And external borrowing means for foreign investment, international organizations like World Bank and IMF, market borrowing. Thank you.